Good morning, South Africa. Happy Wednesday. Joel here in a minute with your weather forecast. Stick around for that. Talking of weather, let me just take you to Limpopo, remind you of the R40 closure. This is a really big deal because you've got quite a lengthy distance to do to work around this closure. If you want to go from Hoedspruit through to Palabora, that bottom section of the R40 there is closed off, and that is due to some really bad flood damage and a washaway section. So just keep that in mind. Hoedspruit to Palabora, a lot further to travel, and some of those roads that you'll be travelling on are also subject to flooding. Now, just down across the provincial border into Mpumalanga, a reminder of the R36, it's in a terrible state. This is from Leidenburg going down to the N4 Schoemanskloof section. The worst of it, I mean, the whole section is bad, but the worst of it is just south of Leidenburg, and that's the sort of damage. It's hardly a road, it's more like a mud bath, if you like. Loads of potholes, very little tar, and of course a massive high volume of truck traffic using that route as well, which is just sort of making the situation a lot worse. So just keep that in mind. If you've got to go in or out of Leidenburg, R36, that's what you're going to find. Unfortunately, you'll need a good car wash after you've done that R40 section. Now, down at the KZN, we are halfway through a 3-day full closure of the M3. It's only a 30-minute closure. It happened yesterday. It'll happen again today, and it'll happen tomorrow as well. It's that section of the M3 between New England Road and Ashburton, and they'll be blasting around Market Road, which is between those two closure points. So 3:30 the closure goes in, 3:30 it's lifted, but then of course you've got the backlog of traffic to clear. And what happens if you get there at that blasting time? Well, day one, yesterday, that's what we saw. That's the backlog, the extent of just some of the backlog that forms up. Of course, it's a high volume route, lots of trucks. Look how many trucks are stuck up in there. So avoid it. 3 to 3:30 blasting today and tomorrow.